So, Dr. Taylor, how have your first couple of weeks been as the new MCPS superintendent?
My first couple of weeks have been great. I've had the opportunity to make some school visits. I've had meetings with some staff and even gotten out into the community a bit.
Dr. Thomas Taylor is a county native who now takes the helm of the state's largest school system. How are you planning to handle a school system as large as this one?
Well, the best part about Montgomery County is that it's home. So I do feel comfortable being back home in Montgomery County. Even though I was a school system superintendent of a system that was much smaller, I think that a lot of the things that we want to do are scalable.
Taylor enters the role following a contentious budget process this year. Are you planning or would you want to change any part of the budget process?
Well, I got to tell you, when you're dealing with the public's money, trust is really important. Good news, we have great teachers and principals and staff members who are working very hard to do the very best they can for our kids. But looking at within to see where we can marshal our resources to get the best bang for the buck, I think is what we're going to have to do next.
According to MCPS, a lack of funding led to decisions like closing the school system's virtual academy.
They're not attending next year because you got rid of their school.
Would you meet with those parents and would you consider reinstating the program?
Well, I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to meet with our MVA parents. I know that this was a hot button issue as I was becoming appointed and as the new superintendent. Even though it's my second week on the job, we've already set up a meeting on Tuesday the 16th at Rockville High School at 7 p.m. Just so that I can hear a little bit more from their perspective about some of the needs that they have. I know that that's a major concern for them. I mean, it's the program that was serving their children. And so getting a good read about some of their challenges and some of their needs, I think will help us plan for the future.
And just right now, what is your message to those parents who had kids in the virtual academy and who really want it back?
I think the most important thing is that we're committed to meeting the needs of all of our kids, even though there is this question or this challenge with MVA right now, that commitment hasn't faded, and that I have a listening ear, and that I want to know more from your perspective.
Following investigations last year into a school principal and how MCPS handles misconduct complaints, Taylor stressed transparency.
Well, there's a couple of different ways to look at complaints, and I, for one, look at complaints as an opportunity to be better. When things happen that are not great, or there's an issue that needs to be addressed, we have to own it. We have to be transparent about what went wrong and how we're going to fix it. And we also need to not make the same mistakes over and over again.
With school safety and security being a concern in the community, MCM asked Taylor about his perspective on the role of police officers in schools. What's your opinion on the role of police officers in schools? And, would you want to change the current school officer program, which was previously changed in 2021?
Well, it's not right for every community. Some communities it's a great fit, and other communities it's not. I'm really looking forward to assessing our school safety. I will say that every student deserves to come to a school that is safe and welcoming. Our staff deserve a school environment that is safe and welcoming, and the visitors that come to our school deserve a school environment that's safe and welcoming.
Taylor had his entire K-12 experience in MCPS, graduating from Bethesda-Chevy Chase High School. Tell us about your formative years in MCPS, and did your experience here inspire you to go into this field?
Absolutely. I was so blessed to have amazing teachers and friends throughout my experience in MCPS. And what a touching experience to be with some just absolutely outstanding people who helped form me. I was active in student government, and that was a big part of my experience. And I've been interested in student leadership ever since.